Matt Gluskowski here, and I wanted to share with you something that actually happened to me today. So I'm scrolling through my Facebook feed, and I see an announcement from Adobe. They announced Lightroom for the Apple TV. And at first I'm thinking, did I really want Lightroom for the Apple TV? But I installed the app, and I actually very much do want Lightroom for the Apple TV. It's really cool. I figured I'd share with you a couple of things about it here. Do me a favor though, if you like these videos, just click the subscribe button right here, and then they'll automatically get delivered to you. You don't have to go searching around for them, okay? If you don't like them, don't click it. Cool? All right, back to Lightroom. So I went ahead and I installed it. I want to share with you who I think it's for. Then I'll do a quick demo. It's really quick. And then I'll finish by telling you where I think it fits into my workflow. So who do I think it's for? I actually think it's for everybody. So if you're not a pro, if you just love sharing your photos, I think there's a huge case for it here. In fact, probably the biggest case, because you've invested in gear, you've invested in your photography, you've invested in Lightroom, you've probably invested in learning Lightroom. And so I know there's other apps out there that will share and do your photos, but you're going outside of Lightroom to make that happen. So you're doing everything in Lightroom, but then you're going to your browser and your OS's free Photos app to do all this other stuff. So sometimes there's a lot of duplicate work there, okay? And I've done it, I know. So I think there's probably the biggest case right there for you is you're already using Lightroom, you've already invested in it. Why not take that time you've spent and transfer it over onto the TV here so you can share your photos with everybody? Now, if you're a pro, you've probably already shown your photos to your clients on the TV. If not, you've considered it. And again, you're using Lightroom, why not close the loop and just do it all right here? So here's how it works is you'll have access to your collections, all right? And Lightroom on the desktop, Lightroom mobile is basically collection based. That's how we get and we can see our photos back and forth. So we've already done this workflow. Lightroom on the Apple TV, it's not an editor. It's just when you sign in with your Adobe ID, it's going to pick up those collections, the same collections you had on your phone or tablet and have on your desktop. So for me, this came in actually at a perfect time because I've yet to share my photos. I went to Glacier National Park a couple weeks ago to teach a workshop. I've yet to share my photos with family or friends. And we're just talking about that this weekend. Well, my Glacier National Park collection shows up here. So I can click on it, and then I can actually scroll through and I can find the photos and kind of scroll through, see the ones that I want to take a look at here. So here's a good pano. So I can click on that one, and now I can see it large on the TV. So imagine the difference when you have everybody sitting around and you see that, or you see the photo here. This used to feel really big until I started looking at my photos on here. And now that feels like the place that I want to show them off if I have people over. I just want to share everything. So you can go back here, we'll just hit the menu button, and you can go back and you can just start to scroll through all the different photos here. If you got your remote, you can just swipe through and you can see the photos that way as well. Hit the menu button back a couple of times and you'll see all your collections. So I'll go into a different one here. Pull up a different photo. Again, imagine seeing that on the TV or having to show somebody on the iPad. The iPad's great, but if you can show that, I think it makes a big impact. So let me finish up by saying, where does it fit in for me? So I've always been a Lightroom user, and I've really become a fan of Lightroom mobile over the last couple of years. Honestly, I didn't use it much before then, but I shoot more with my phone now. I think my phone's a great camera, and I don't, not just snapshots, like I actually treat it like a real camera, and I shoot a lot more. What I do is when I take those photos, I go into Lightroom mobile, I create a collection. What's nice about it is when I go to the desktop, that collection automatically appears with all of my cell phone photos, so I can use my editor on the desktop if I want to. And then when I upload my photos from that same trip on my desktop from my DSLR, I add those photos into the collection. They automatically appear on all my devices. So I don't have to do anything there. And as I'm creating these collections and I'm getting organized, everything appears on multiple devices across the board. So when I use this, it's just seamless. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to add them to another app to get them on my TV because this is automatically going to pick up all of my collections for me. So for me personally, that's been my workflow. I've been hugely happy with it because for Lightroom Mobile, now I'm out with friends, family, coworkers, whatever it happens to be. I don't ever have to search around for a photo anymore. I know exactly where my favorite photos are because I'm using Lightroom on the desktop and Lightroom Mobile. It keeps everything in sync, and now this is a perfect way to show them off to clients or family or friends. Cool? All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you again real soon.